Good grief. It's worse. Yeah, you're definitely getting bullied, man.
Check out this epic song I just found. Life is like a video game.
That's the money right there, bro.
Dude, tell me the Cactuar Neotunic doesn't look like the Legend of Zelda like graphic tee that you would pair with white socks and sandals and cargo shorts.
Yep.
I should wear that to piss off V. I'm gonna try to make that Legend of Zelda graphic tee glamour. Oh, I think the varsity shoes colored a specific color would actually be perfect for this. Or just the sandals. Holy chills, dude. That's how I dressed in middle school. Yeah, that's fucking peak.
Good grief. It's worse. Yeah, you're definitely getting bullied, man. I'm sorry.
Hey, guys.
You're getting fucking swirly, bro.
Check out this epic song I just found. Life is like a video game.
Chat bubble introduction. That's the money right there, bro.
MSQ time, chatterms. Here we go. When we last left off, Jill played the entire last patch in 3 seconds. And now we continue the story. Hey, team. Targeted tragedy. Shale wishes for a moment of your time. If you have a moment, Inuccio. Geode wants to take stock of the current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threat Alexandria is facing right now. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us all as well. First things first then, let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. But you haven't heard anything about new incidents since then, right? Right. No additional reports have been logged, as far as I know. That's the good news. The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was able to finally make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. Scary, dude. The King of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. Who is this man that can override it with such impunity? Calyx. He lived in the age of the storm surge, as I did. Big ol' wet puppy eyes. Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electrope technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Preservation's early goals seemed noble enough, exploring treatments for Levin sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated, that evolution now requires us to forsake our bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who registered their neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calyx's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw aether from reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold. If we mean to foil Calyx's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down, which unfortunately is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of the Everkeep, but I've failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. Attaboy. While Gululja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm going to take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calyx. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. You got it. Count me in. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep, so we shall stick to the streets of Solution 9. Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Landsguard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tuliolal. Alfredo and Alize will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may. Oh, hi, Yoko. Yep, go ahead. Just sit on down right on the keyboard. Yep. I'd like to join Inuccio's group, if you'll have me. Sure. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier. As long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Geode. Don't do anything stupid. You'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calyx. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. Chat, I forget. They're talking about the relic that we got at the end of Dawn Trail, right? With the Azem logo on it. I forget how that ended up in Calix's possession. Was it when he jumped us in the street last patch? Or does he not have it yet? Because I was gonna say, I don't remember him taking it from us. At the LTG, he kind of did, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, he just wants it. He tried to take it. The wording of how they were talking about it just now made it seem like he already had it. Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started? People seem uneasy. Those neo-regulators, man. Spooky. They do. And can't say as I blame them. It is the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death. And so they were for the longest time. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. What a combo. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed. And I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calix wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calix, nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices of this country's future back into the hands of the citizens. And you think we can handle that responsibility after everything you've seen of us? It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy. Well then, we'd best not let you down. Now, I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just an eventuality. Ooh, she's got a little tome now? Is that a grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things that were important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. A little summoner scholar action for our trusts and duty supports, I guess. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. It would certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. The 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Inuccio and I will take the east. Very well. We shall end our patrol in the plaza. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will earn us a tidbit or 2 we didn't know about before. Are the sentries and their air wheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's going to happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. Jesus. I need a neo-regulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen's Fiend said so. You want to hear my story? While I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear, there's not much to tell. If you must know, a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air wheeler dropped right out of the sky. He didn't survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he'd never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what that meant until it happened. Spooky, dude. Has been in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've registered my new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it's done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 have already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make your mind up. Mark my words, friend. When there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. Oh, Jesus. Inuccio, word? I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard. One we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. Yeah, fights are likely to break out over the neo-regs. The fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is worthy of its own report, but are you sure there wasn't anything else? That a victim of the violence wasn't wearing a regulator? Yes, that's it. Vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off, though, more and more people have been going on without them. We need to look into the casualties from recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the street over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service. Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured, 87 individuals. Casualties, 19 individuals. The deaths of 1987? Casualties equipped with regulators, 0. 0 for 19's a little sketchy, right? Was that orchestrated to kill people without regulators on purpose? You wish to know if the people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators. I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assume the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention. Inuccio, I think it's time we rejoined Krylan's Fiend. I was half joking with my boast to Shale, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Kral say to meet them at the plaza just outside Trueview? Let's get going. So essentially, you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? Well, the numbers are still tentative and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed the regulator was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? It's pretty obvious. Calyx wants everybody to get one. Based solely on the lack of a neo-regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless, or if they simply failed to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all, they have clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. Put another way, they have chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitability. The chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. And so Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stoke fear and panic. But there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. He could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. You make a good point. Perhaps this sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, or he had some other need for the lives he's taken. What are the dust found at various sites? Were they fake people, maybe? Right, the sanitation worker's story. She saw no bodies, but mentions piles of white dust. Dust, but no bodies? Now where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Aaronville from the sentries in the outskirts? That usher, Malachite, told us much of the same thing. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it. That both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but the shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at other sites, and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread may lead us not only to the explanation for the missing bodies, but also intent behind Calyx's murderous actions. Inucho, we need your help. I've lost control over the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. Oblivion members are on their way now. But are you close enough to join them? Oh shit. The residential sector? Ah shit. Here we go again. Damn it. Our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go. Monka, run! Oh no. Oh! Wait, what? The hell's going on? What? Oh, that's creepy, dude.
Stay back! Stay away from me! Leave him alone!
Bop, bop. Good shots.
Are you all right?
What happened here? A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything.
I don't remember Geode being voice acted before. He sounds kind of fine, I'm not gonna lie.
I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me.
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed.
Right.
Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Wait, is it actually Ben? I thought you were fucking lying. That sounds just like him. Are you fucking for real? Oh, shit. Clive. Yeah. So, Geode's gonna be a main character is what you're saying.
No longer wears a regulator.
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Dude, I'm so glad they got him on this game.
Go to them, quickly!
Oh, nice.
Wyaquay!
Holy shit, Sphene was hauling ass.
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape.
No. god.
Isadora.
This is the boy who had really bad Levin sickness. And he finally got better. And his mom was taking good care of him that whole time.
She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Oh.
Thank you, miss.
Oh, the music, dude.
Will she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon. I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear.
Dude, they've gotten so good at framing these MSQ cutscenes. I feel like I say it every patch, but they're getting so good at like utilizing like depth of field and like framing and lighting. Like it looks so much better than it used to. Promise of Tomorrow. FF16 actually did teach them well. Forgive me, I was reckless. You shouldn't have to waste time tending to my wounds as well. Did you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I'm sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents. No. Our comrade, you think he may have been struck down? If he is wounded or worse, I should go to him. Wait, please. It isn't safe, and you need rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora for me? We will tend to your friend. I thank you. Please be careful yourself. Oh, Sphene the goat. I feel like I say it every patch, but she's becoming like one of my favorite characters. Isadora's going to be all right then? I'm so glad. I've just finished my ministrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. That brave soul. He gave his life to save another. Dude, it's this archetype that they've made here. I don't know. This is not an archetype explored in a lot of media, but like an old, like noble, like old school medieval queen, right? Transported to modern times in literally a gigantic tech world with the same values is like, it's so good. Like it just works so seamlessly. I love it. I love it so much. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. That sentry was behaving normally like any other, then all of a sudden, it tried to kill me. Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to commit murder. Is it over? We came as soon as Wayakwe sent word. I'm sorry, but by the time we arrived, it was already too late. Then Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have his radius locked down, we need to find him. But why? Has something happened? Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. Oh, this was bait, dude. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though. At least until we regain control over the sentries. Then we should search for Geode. I agree. Since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, then they could be the prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Our thanks. Take these communicators. We've made modifications to them to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal, and have made them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Wayakwe has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck and stay safe. Our plot devices have entered. Geode said he would sweep the surrounding area, so he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. I was gonna say the same thing. This sounds like a new song. It's got that creepy Alexandria electro kind of vibe. It's like the Calyx, like, idol sound, like music. Wayakwe's voice crackles forth from the communicator. Geode, answer me. There's no response. Perhaps you should continue your search further to the east. Perhaps by that giant cluster of people over there? Perhaps? You see no sign of Geode. The neighboring residential radius would be the next logical place to look.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please.
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive. alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure.
It's Ben. Like, there's no question about it.
I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join it.
Oh. Oh, they're extracting souls from people leaving the white dust.
Dust.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls.
Yeah.
They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether.
They're taking the vessel too, bro.
The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells.
No, Grandpa!
Shit.
Bang! Uh-oh. Yeah, I was gonna say, they let him swear so fast. Man, Gia, fuck it. It freaked to me! Garuda!
You can't be here. You need to run now.
Oh my god.
A trap.
Nah, bro, hit that judgment bolt. You clear this.
Take care of the others, eh?
Oh no, we can't get rid of Goat this early. You can't just give me Ben Starr and then kill him. Oh! Dude, that was scary. Oh my god.
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe? Geode!
Dude, horror game patch. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, if they weren't cowards, they would have turned the lights off in this room, dude. Oh, no. He just got fucking dusted.
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Calyx.
You know, there's something you gotta remember when playing games and watching series and movies and stuff like this. And one of the rules is that unless you see somebody die, unless you see them die, they're not actually dead. Bro might actually be dead. We'll see.
What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you acquire it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. with 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to ether now?
Oh, and then you just walk through his dust? I should kill you.
I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest?
Hell no. I will yeah. Translation. I'm gonna fucking kill you.
It was foolish of me to even ask. I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
All right, here's the plan. We take Geode's aether and his soul, and we put it inside of one of the old knight bodies, like Otis, and then he continues being a main character with us. What do you guys think? True? This pile of dust, these ashes, and the soul cell he left behind. Was that his twisted way of returning Geode to us? Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 Endless could continue their immortal lives. And if a reflection's stolen aether allowed for many more Endless, why that would be too noble a sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Not I. Certainly not I. We know only too well there's not noble in this sacrifice. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. And under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession, Inuccio. It falls to us. We will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents in reflections elsewhere. The song that plays when my friends die, my favorite. Though gripped by sadness, Sphene spurs herself to the action. We should return to the back room. Shale and the others need to know what happened. Yes, we'll ask Wayekwe to meet us there as well. Oh no.
Our dear Geode.
Oh.
The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gululja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless. Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy, living our lives? What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him. Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding.
Raha jump scare. Hey man. Bro just spawned in.
Not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
You took my fucking Ben Star from me. Now you'll die. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode he was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shield knew him longer though, and is surely taking it the hardest, and that's what's on top of what happened with Kafka. Do you think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She's like to put on a brave face if it's for me or my sister. Hey guys, spoke with Wooklamat. They've cut their meeting short to deal with the aftermath of this latest violence. I assume you know better by now, but I hope you're not planning to try anything alone. We're all here with you. They brought back Geode's gun. Its rounds were spent and its barrel was scorched, so you can be sure he went down fighting. Hey man, we made a swift patrol of the other levels and confirmed that Calyx had carried out a number of targeted attacks, all to harvest more aether it seems. Apologies, my mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should know better than this, I know. As you said, you need time to work through it. You're right. I ought to heed my own words. As it stands, I'm of no use to anyone. Kafka used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you've a shoulder to spare. Right then. Let's gotta get out of Everkeep for a bit. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of air wheelers. They've had their communications modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. Ready? We'll be flying close to the pylon, so follow my lead. Okay. These air wheelers are Gnault's babies. You won't find a smoother ride in all of Everkeep. For years now, I've been taking one out for a turn whenever I needed to lighten my mood. Sometimes Geo would come along too, and we'd end up racing. Does that surprise you? Our friendship has always had a competitive edge. We would often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. I do it all the time. This mounts on my mount roulette. Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. Phew, that's helped clear my head a touch. You know, Nuccio, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember at least, the memories from my regulator days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today.
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
Oh yeah, always. To Geode's memory.
Oh.
What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment. They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it.
Ooh.
You're keen to know too,
Yup.
right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Yeah, and who it was too.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I'd recently lost someone close to me. And also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company.
She worked at a cabaret club.
So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the
Splat.
street. A pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine. That was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed.
It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents. Those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it.
Cutscenes, this patch looks so much better. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier.
An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together.
And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I could see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this, and why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
It's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
I appreciate you helping me through this. Not only the grief, you've helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realized, which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. This time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kyle for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Nuccio? Nuccio, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds in the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. Might I ask you join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. And I can wait until you finish attending Shale, of course. Seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on. I have others to speak with before I return to the back room. Nuccio, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. Perhaps it is my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior was unusual or not. Would you speak with them to see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong, I fear something is not right here. Sure. You've got a neo-regulator. You're not wearing a regulator. Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me? I got myself one of those neo-regulators and already registered a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now, it's sitting at 4,168. Jesus. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Clueless. Oh, please tell me you brought more neo-regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors there were a few left over. Surely the government still has some, or perhaps Queen's Fiend? I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then, I hardly gave death a second thought. But now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to. Greetings. I remember when you visited with Queen's Fiend. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I could say things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulators has been reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on, and have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now, I must begin my prayers. The darkness grows closer, grows deeper. We must cast it out. What the hell? What the shale? They crave the neo-regulators, Fiend. What do you think? Was I right to worry? Tensions are running high. Yes, that is exactly it. People are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear. With each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into a full-blown panic? Nuccio, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamati and Alphino. Sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go.
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
The Meso Terminal.
Death is your constant companion.
Though
you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
I just want to say that the concept of death is what makes literally anything worth it. By the way. And I'm surprised we haven't just like talked to everybody yet about that.
Alex.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Wow, Wooklamat. You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
Yes, you are! You are! Calix has access to the core system, which means that if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet, if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg you, Wuklamat, please let them shelter in Tuliolal. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations, and we'll pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrives. In which case, we had best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense. We must prepare for possible violence. If you happen to determine where Calix is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Tuliyola would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what of the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Wuklamat, I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made to her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own. Yet alone, we lacked the strength to protect them. There is so much that I love in this world. Too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear. So together, we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. I would be yours as well, Sphene. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. That's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right, you're right. And don't forget about me! I wish I was wearing my stupid fucking outfit right now. How could we? We'd not be where we are now without you. Right, we got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shale needs a hand? There you are! Gululja! Ah, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alize and the others said you were here. Good news, Inuchio. We finally found a chink in Calix's armor. We discovered laboratories in Everkeep's 10th level that once housed a preservation initiative. Containment Complex 1029, it's called. And it's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calix is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go check it out together? Thank you for all your hard work. This is a huge step forward. Heh. And up. We need to take the lift and go get to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. Dungeon time! Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Ready to head on up? Next stop, the 10th level. Scary.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
You got the lights working! Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Krile and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author.
This is all nerd speak to say they use the same password.
We then began accessing the nodes for every door in FFXIV, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
You're a treasure, Shale.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
Is that a Warrior of Light shaped hole I see? You all know our main objective. We're here to pick up on Calyx's trail, and I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. As for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. This room we're in is the Researcher's Commons, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. So we should cut across this circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked, and we'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some kind. Can't you, work some electrope magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock was well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. And in case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of this place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? Time to investigate! I expect we'll have the most luck looking where researchers kept their personal belongings. We begin searching Containment Complex 1029. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path forward. This appears to be the only desk with drawers already open. You can tell at a glance that the desk's former owner has left some things behind. Electrope surface is marked with a bold level 1. Oh, that could be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens. That'd be so easy. A scanning device. The card-shaped object you hold seems to be of similar size to the scanner panel. It was the first thing I grabbed. It's open. You did it, Anuccio. And a good thing, too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I am curious, though. Why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a Director Demetrius, or so that terminal there told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. And let's continue onwards. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. Didn't even get to explore everything. It was on the data terminal. Index page of an employee manual. Personnel protocols. For security reasons, Containment Complex 1029 has been registered as a materials distribution center. Keep this in mind and conduct yourself accordingly, both inside and outside the facility. Each employee must perform their tasks within their designated workrooms. The Researchers' Commons, Protolab, Deuterolab. Entrance into another workroom without official clearance is strictly prohibited. Carry your security card at all times. Your clearance level dictates the areas which you have access. Equip your regulator at all times. Due to the highly confidential nature of the research materials and other data managed within this complex, Preservation retains the ownership of and rights to modify the memories of all registered personnel. Research objectives. Access denied. Please log in with personal account to view. Complex Director Demetrius. Protolab Chief EOS 4. Deuterolab Chief Redacted. Calyx perhaps? I'm going to check out over here. Hold up. What the heck? It appears to be a researcher's personal tablet. Looking through the entries. Today I began my employment at Preservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this work would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. My instincts were correct. Master Calix's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've only ever vaguely entertained, that mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect, yet he seems but a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calix's blinding brilliance. This morning I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of aether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen Sphene insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our Milala colleagues, including the Protolab chief, Kryle's parents, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? From tomorrow, I have been assigned to assist with the research project in the Deutero lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I have been kept ignorant, but it would seem prudent to back up my memory data. And that must have been when everything got fucked. Scanning. Beep, boop, 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 beep, 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 beep. You hold the level 1 security card up, but the scanner beeps in disapproval. No good? Maybe we need a different card. Yes, the scanner's demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay chased me, we'll have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope we stumble upon the card we need. We'll start our research in the protolab. The door is already open at least. Find a way through together, Shale, I'm sure of it. The way this room is set up. Canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? But we probably could spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Ghouljaw mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open up. Perhaps he could take a look. The locker door is shut tight, but the number pad suggests that inputting a correct combination will open it. You have yet to uncover any potential combinations. Perhaps speaking with your comments will help progress your investigation. I took this tablet data and found a journal. I'll read it to you. The results of experiment 158 show a marked improvement in aether extraction rates. At least we have achieved the target value set by Master Calix. Though I will become an Endless as per our Ascendancy protocols, I will preserve this historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number. 158, huh? What's going on over here? This doesn't seem to be about the research they did here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148. Submitting inference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158. Maximum value 11509 recorded. Comparative study to be included in the report. All right then. And one more. Experiment 163. New proposal of a produced result of 9834. Decreased value verified. Well, I have no idea what any of that means. Maybe it'll make sense later on. That looks so complicated. I shall have to ask Shale to teach me how to use these machines. Please excuse my impatience. The means to track down Calix are close, and I'm itching to get my hands on them. The machine feeds into a soul cell. I'm reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people. It looks like it. We actually have to put it in? The results of experiment 158 number. It's the 158 number. 11509. Yoink. The locker pops open. Inside you discover a level 2 security card. What is this Resident Evil ass segment we just did? Ninuccio, you got the locker open. And you found another security card. But does that say level 2? We needed a level 3, didn't we? Yes, but it should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Ninuccio. These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards. I guess I imagine they'd be more, what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who agreed with Calix and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities, but I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calix and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablet there. Right, let's move this investigation to another room. Well, we have the Deutero lab, stupid fucking word, and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor. It's not even hard to say probably, it's just fucking spelled so fucking stupid. So it's back to the hub, and the locked door across the way, which will hopefully yield before our new security card. I'll take the old one if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. Oh yay. Boop. Yes, it opened. So where should we go first? The Deutero lab or facilities? Let's start with the lab. Shale, there doesn't seem to be any power here. No, none at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, there's a sign above the scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored to the Deutero lab, shall we? What the? They was playing Xbox in this bitch. Geeked up playing Xbox all day. Engaging power supply. No good. It's returning an error. There must be a preliminary procedure? According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels. In English, Four Eyes? Shale, that's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found. But how does it send power to the other lab? Ah, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall, directly to the Deutero lab, which means we need a way to connect the generators to that cable. What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. Using the control panels to set each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path to power to the follow. What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. Indeed. If you could look around for any written procedures, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator? I can do it. I've used that type of machine before. Then would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Anuccio? The rest of us can help by supplying Anuccio with whatever information might be found on the circuitry configuration. Oh, I got this. It's just a pipe puzzle. It's just a water pipe. It's just easy. Oh, yup. Okay. Yup. Where does it need to exit out of? Bottom left, huh? I don't think there's one that goes straight across. Probably gonna have to use all the panels somehow. Able to glimpse a part of it that said caution circuit will not function with duplicate patterns. One of each circuitry pattern could be. Oh, okay. Question mark? Take a look at this diagram. There's a note in the bottom left about backup power. Configure the four circuit control panels to provide an uninterrupted path. Diamond, circle, square, triangle. Whoa. It worked. We did it, Anuccio. Oh, yeah. The Deutero lab should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves, and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation, the early days, is the title. Of course, it'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. It looks to also be a text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, an Alexandrian Institute for Technological Development, was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the storm surge, with Calix's designs for new defensive solutions funded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity, the casualties mounted. Calix funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of a memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the storm surge came to an end, with Calix eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once, before the storm surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still, he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now, I hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to the somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports on endless research and other less urgent matters. So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he was ever the type to value ideals over compassion. I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but it is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs, that mortality is just cruel and unjust, and his role to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the Deutero lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once-over just to be sure. The energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. Security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Jesus. Yeah, be careful. Phew, smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits. God's above. Isn't that? Ugh. What that? The key to interdimensional fusion? That looks to be a schematic on the monitor, and they've used it to make another key. But isn't it missing the shard inside like the one Anuccio has? Ah, we may have been laboring under a misconception. The key was originally a Malala relic. Once this treasure came into its possession, Preservation began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here, so that might tell us the crystal itself is the key. That would be the logical conclusion, yes. It is as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electrope, but never grasped the technology's underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion. Not who imbued the key with its power, not when they did so, nor why. Now it makes sense. Calyx can track the key because its vessel is made by preservation. I believe there is much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, I will have to enlist Y'shtola's assistance with a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calyx's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there's a security card here that grants us access to the director's office. The research conducted in this lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than a 3 is no good to us. This sturdy-looking shelving unit holds a storage crate and sealed barrels. No sign of security cards. You find a security card in the cabinet drawer. Oh, did you just find a security card? Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shale examine it to be sure. Dude, I gotta stop finding everything so fast. I wanted to check everything. Well, if it isn't exactly what we needed. Nice work, Anuccio. How convenient. Ooh, a level 3. That should get us into the director's office. So, what was it you were hoping to find in there again, Shale? You were saying that a certain device was going to help us. Right, I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation which detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep's security cameras. Considering the way Calyx is one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activities, to monitor what you, as the key holder, are planning. Grumpy face. But since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is likely a river which we could follow back to him, which is why I need the data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where it's rerouting all this surveillance traffic, then you can pinpoint Calyx's position. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think that I might be entirely on the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said he was measuring Anuccio's strength. What can he possibly dream up that's stronger than her? Oh, speaking of cameras, there was another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that somebody deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data though. If you'd like to see it, I'll start the show then. That was the key card.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me.
Kind of looks like Athena, no? Oh.
I struggle to renounce
Never
our
mind.
conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish.
She gets it.
What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calyx's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
Oh my god! This is just Resident Evil. She only wanted to leave and he executed her. Check the images against the personnel data and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calyx. The The cameras in this room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I'm not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal, even as Preservation's agents closed in on them. I dared not ask what became of them after that, but if it turns out they were captured by their pursuers... Well, they had no regrets, yeah. But they were probably captured and executed. Right, the Echo. Knowing you saw them as they were, your words give me great comfort. Oh, Kryl. Worry not, Sphene. Thanks to the Haven of Living Memory, I was able to at least meet my parents and learn what they stood for. It is enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and Preservation. But what we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movements. They made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Right. Let's press on, shall we? This tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office. Yes, dude. There we go. Let's head inside. Now to find that data relay. And don't be shy, everyone. Speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Nuccio, come with me. I might have need of that security card. Okay. Whoa. Damn, this terminal isn't connected to any outside network, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. The office is smaller than the map suggested. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Oh, there's a secret door. Sorry, Nuccio. Could I ask that you ask the others to search the office for clues to this infuriating puzzle? Having lain dormant for years, the now active coffee maker has already entered a self-cleaning cycle. It appears to have no other purpose beyond brewing coffee, though it remains to be seen when it will be able to do so once more. Amongst the other personal effects, you find what is presumably the director's data tablet. A closed locker stands next to the table. You pick up the data tablet and begin skimming through the contents. Daily reports. Nothing of note. The mystery of the key's activation condition remains unsolved. The key triggered an explosion today. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continue attempts to stabilize the core energy reactions. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Memory faculties of 4 personnel sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for aether reclamation processing. Oh my god. Nothing of note. Rejected resignations of 2 Milala researchers? Major incidents. Details in full report. These 2 inept Milala broke with Preservation and absconded with the key. Though the fugitives have since been caught and eliminated, we were too late to recover the relic. The only reason we retained our flesh was to serve Master Calyx as physical instruments to conduct his experiments. Deprived of the object of our research, our existence serves no further purpose. I dare not imagine the depths of his disappointment in me. The complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to aether, which will be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived. Any endless conversions will be subject to Master Calyx's discretion. If he does not deem us fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. You ever fail so hard that you all just... kill yourselves? Oh my god. All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocols have been completed, I will proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. As long as the key remains in the physical world, we must keep this complex in pristine condition. Whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise, it must be ready to support future operations in whatever capacity Master Calyx requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component for secure room access will be stored separately to defend against unauthorized entry. A collection of soul cells may have once belonged to the director. They appear to be empty. You find a crumpled note wedged between the file binders. Secure room lift access. Requires passwords to be input simultaneously at terminals in the Protolab, Deutera Lab, and Director's office. Oh, have you found something? Thank you. A misplaced note, was it? With instructions for accessing a secure room, no less. Seems we need to enter a password on 3 different terminals at the same time. There was no such room marked on the map, was there? No, a precautionary measure, no doubt, and if passwords are involved, I expect the lift access to be itself concealed too. Concealed by electrope, you mean? Could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past. Remember what Kafka would say, Shale? Never trust an electrope surface. You can pass right through electrope. Truly? It never had that property in my time. Nuccio is having a little fun, I think. What we mean is electrope can project a false appearance. Damn it, I wanted somebody to walk into it. Oh man. In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable. Whoa. Another door. I managed to deactivate the projection, but the lock is another story. Didn't that note lay out on the password protocol? I say we go ahead and try it. I agree. 2 people should prepare the lab terminals for input while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the Proto Lab. Then I'll take the Deutera Lab. Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Sphene. Your knowledge of Alexandria and its people could be needed here. Yes, you're right. If the passwords are hiding behind clues, that may be something I can help with. I can help too. I've lived my whole life in Alexandria after all. I'll take the Deuter lab duty then. We can keep in touch via communicator to match our timing. Nuccio, you shall have the honor of entering the office password. Once we've determined what we need to input, take your place at this terminal. I'll stand by guide Wuklumat and Kryl through the process. You know, there was that display plate over there. The one with the gems? I thought since it was made of electro, it might have some other purpose. But I couldn't figure out any switches or buttons to make it do anything. Maybe you can figure it out. There's a gem slot missing. 2 jewels are embedded in this electro plate. You identify the blue gem as a sapphire and the red gem as a garnet. There also appears to be an empty slot for another jewel to fill. We need an emerald, dude. Huh. Cube puzzle. Rubik's Cube. There's something inside. I think it might be Alexandrite. Oh shit. Dude. Actually Resident Evil moment. Boop. Wow. The gemstone fits snugly into place. Almost immediately afterwards, the glowing lines of a diagram appear on the display, accompanied by a short phrase. Floor plan. As you continue studying the display, you realize these shapes correspond to the rooms of the complex in which now you stand. This may be related to the passwords you were looking for. The glowing words appear to be handwritten. Yes, I knew that jewel would come in handy. Let me see. Heed the stones. This must be about the special meanings Alexandrians have for the gems. It's an old belief, I think, where each type of gem means something different. But if you ask Sphene, she could tell you more about it. Oh. Okay. Symbolism of Alexandrite. Well, I was taught that Alexandrite represents the conception of protection. It is, incidentally, also the origin of Alexandria's name. Or are you thinking this has something to do with the passwords? Sapphire and garnet as well, you say. Yes, they all have meanings. Alexandrite, as I said, is protection. Sapphire represents honesty. And garnet symbolizes devotion. We should try these words at the terminals and see if they're accepted. I certainly hope we're right. We're all set to go here. Wuklumat and Kryl are just waiting on their passwords. Let's start with Wuklumat in the protolab. What words should she enter? Sapphire was honesty. Kryl Deuterolab was the garnet, which was devotion. And then Alexandrite was protection. And Steven. Yes! Oh, I'm so glad that worked. The secure room is the only place we've yet to search. If data relay is anywhere, it has to be there. We'll venture in as soon as Wuklumat and Kryl rejoin us. Alright everyone, time to board the lift and see what awaits us.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
It is, but whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only 2 methods for interacting with the material world.
Material world!
One of these we saw in Living Memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
This has to be related to crying obsidian. Inside Electrope somewhere?
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electrope-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in Living Memory.
You did. And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended. The Meso terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Sphene's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect a sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Let us say that the Meso-terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited Living Memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Well, he's gotta be.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
Time's up, and what a waste of time it's been.
Uh-oh.
Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary. Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you.
Oh, that's really, really funny, man.
Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso-terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there. Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait, and continue to convert Alexandrians into endless. Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx. The Endless Fiend. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
It's a good question.
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part.
Probably had to do with Zorlja.
As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories had become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine. Thus she was able to shield you, the neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key.
Oh, well.
I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me? Sorry for losing my temper, but there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx.
Let's kill him!
Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price, and I won't let that happen.
Did nobody tell him about the time where I fought the embodiment of despair and nihilism itself at the edge of space and time? Or the time I fought 12 gods back to back and then fought the gods combined into one super god? No? Is that what you said, Nia? Even Nia knows, dude. I'm with you.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
Phew. Well, that was an adventure. It may not have been by the method Shale was hoping for, but at least for now, we know where to find Calyx and what we need to do next. Indeed, while I remain curious about Preservation's research into the key, that is an investigation for another day. Let's head straight to the back room. We should be able to get everyone on the same page before we make our move. Damn that bastard Calyx! He waited until I was this close before snatching him away my moment of triumph. In that infuriating, condescending way he spoke to us. We'll see whose time is up, you smug little weasel. Anyway, I know things didn't go to plan, but we learned a great deal about preservation. That knowledge could come in handy in the days to come. Though I may not be able to contribute much to direct confrontation, I mean to see this through with you all, providing whatever support I can. We briefed Erenville on everything that has happened and sent word to the others. We've now but to consider what our actions will be. Calyx has offered you the opportunity to confront him directly. Though it feels much like striding face first into an ambush, we have little choice. If we are to destroy the memories he supposedly has stored in the upper reaches of the Meso terminal, then that is where we must go. While I'm still upset at being deprived of my moment, I nevertheless did my due diligence. I can confirm that the relay we found was indeed transmitting surveillance data to the device somewhere in living memory. When you go to fight Calyx, pray let me fight alongside you. Let me fight for the memory of Otis and Zelenia, and for the other Sphene I may have become, but most importantly for my beloved kingdom and a joyful tomorrow. Of course, but no reckless heroics. Yes, I understand. I promise not to subject myself or the party to needless danger. I'll be coming with you as well. You know my reasons. I hardly need saying, but your fellow Scions also have every intention of accompanying you into battle. So adamant were Alize and the others on this point that they have already left for living memory. I am more than ready to do the same. I'll keep patrolling the streets for signs of trouble, especially from anyone wearing neo-regulators. Should you need anything from me, I'll be on standby here in the back room. I really want to go with you too, but I know I can't. I know that sometimes you have to be patient and trust in your friends. Oh, Anuccio. Kyle and I think that we should talk to Gaussen before we leave for living memory. Under Calyx's direction, preservation has helped shape Alexandria's society for centuries. Taking him down will have serious consequences. We need to warn the officials in charge about what we intend. Justifications aside, we should be acting against the wishes of all who desire to become endless. Exactly. We don't know if Gaussen will approve or oppose of our chosen course. But either way, leaving without a word is the wrong thing to do. Come, we should be on our way. Resolution first, yes? Be safe, everyone. We'll see you when it's over. Dude.
A difficult situation.
They're flexing with these new graphic updates, man. The depth of field, the high quality textures, they're getting these cool like close-up shots. Oh, it just looks so good.
In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calyx.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option. And that's to say nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating Endless will paradoxically make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course. It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless. Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn? Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
We stop begging others to teach us for a start.
Recurring side characters!
For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen Sphene and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own how to live with the promise of death, how to endure the pain of loss. We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them. The people beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
What are you all doing here?
Malachite called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis. You don't stand idly by while your house burns down. We came together and thought about how we could help. Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion.
Oh, hell yeah.
I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
A battle of ideas, on the other hand. Now that we might be qualified to do something about. We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer. Perhaps that will help to ease your burden.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Yippee!
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
Gossen, if you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence.
What happens if you just rip off the regulator? Is it gonna... Oh! Can you do that? Oh, okay.
Forgive my weakness.
I thought it was gonna be like painful or something like...
To the government to
Wait,
support
it's like a little magnet.
Alexandria can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more. Is that not so, Your Majesty?
Indeed it is.
Book Lamont reaction.
No, that wasn't... What I meant to say was...
Calm down, Sphene.
Lamity, you used her name.
Sphene?
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sphene has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her. Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are. That must have been hard on you. When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but we're eager to hear it all the same. You're one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
I promise to return. And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
Please don't zero Sphene. Remember all that build-up we had in Endwalker of how cool Zero was, and we're like, oh, awesome. She's going to join us now. And then we just like, she was like, I'm staying here. Bye. If that happens with Sphene, dude. Fuck. How glad I am to be home. Thank you, Gossin. That decision must have been difficult to make. If only I could claim the courage to do so came from within. The final push came from the Alexandria citizens and their bravery in taking the first step towards change. Speaking of which, can I ask you to lock that Neo-regulator away where no one can get to it? That should prevent the registrations from reaching the target number. I should be glad to do so, but I fear it would be to no avail. According to our most recent surveys, the number of Neo-regulators in circulation exceeds the stated 5,000. I surmise the surplus units are to account for those like myself who have had a change of heart or are otherwise hesitant to register. Ah, that does sound like something Calyx would do. Well, we'll have to face him either way, so no point in delaying the inevitable. On a living memory. Oh yay!
Things seem much the same.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
Ah, 'tis good to see our comrades hale and girded for battle. As for us, we've been ahead to inspect the lay of the land. There were no changes of note aside from the Mesa terminal itself. Why, what's happened to the Mesa terminal? The walls were seeded to provide a convenient entrance into the structure's interior. There was no such ingress when we last we were here, so we must assume that Calyx has since manipulated the terminal's electrode. All to facilitate his most gracious invitation to the upper levels. An invitation I am eager to accept. For the sake of all who love Alexandria, I will not yield nor leave them to despair. You wouldn't believe how many dungeons we can fit in this bad boy. A terminal invitation. I love this song. Well, here we are again, facing another battle to decide Alexandria's fate. For 4 centuries I slept here. Upon awakening, I found a world as I knew it had changed. I was so frightened at first, I couldn't recognize a single thing and thought everything I loved had gone to dust. Yet beneath the unfamiliar surface, much remained the same. For that, I give thanks to Otis and Zelenia and their royal knights, who laid their lives on the line to defend our way of life. I thank every Alexandrian who believed in our future and passed on our legacy. I thank my other self, who so loved this kingdom of ours. And I thank you all for kindling this hope in my heart, this courage to take up arms and fight once more. So let us make our stand together and fight for what we hold dear. Dude, fuck yes. The kind and gentle Queen Sphene was too weak to serve her people, and so she will serve them no more. Freed from conscience, I shall become a ruler that can protect Alexandria, a devourer of worlds. Together we stand, together we fight. Hard. You have my gratitude, and surely Otis and Zelenia will join us in spirit. God, I hope so. Let's head inside and finish this. In the upper reaches of this terminal awaits the device which holds Calyx's memories. It falls to us to make the climate destroy it once and for all. And I'm Grahatia. Aye, we must bring matters to a definitive end. We'll not suffer him to cause Alexandria further harm nor claim the key. The queen entrusted it to Anuccio for a good reason. And besides, it would be a tragedy indeed to relinquish a relic with so much research potential. When the fuck did you get here? Apparently Calyx thinks he's taking your measure. I urge you to correct that misguided assumption. When the fuck did you get here? I wholeheartedly concur, yet would still counsel caution. That would be so bold as to extend us an invitation bespeaks tremendous confidence in his preparations. Come, friends, we set forth into the midst of dreaming endless. And then Astinian shows up. Hello, friends. I've actually been waiting here the entire time.
Dude, living memory dungeon. I was like, please don't give me another fucking, like, facility dungeon, please. Living memory. It's a little bit different.
They can fit so many dungeons in this bad boy. What the fuck?
What the?
I love how much lore they randomly drop in dungeons.
They just hitting me with their fucking... They are.
What was up with that fucked up shrine locker?
Dude, that was so creepy. That actually...
The director, he was like obsessed with them.
Memories of a physician. One who saves lives should be reluctant to die.
Oh, so he was the Kyrugian general. That's
Medicine field. He's just adding a death wall. Oh.
Ew!
Well, he did add a death wall.
There's things on the floor.
Is it really a death wall though?
Oh, it's moving. It's
Why?
moving. It's moving. It's moving. What the? Wait, that's a knockback.
Yeah, it's not a death wall.
Huh?
My buffs are so far behind.
Oh.
Biochemical
Mine too.
front. Why is he almost dead?
Right?
I never finished my red mage bit.
Insensible. Deprived of senses and unable to correctly interpret attack indicators.
What the F?
Oh, that's fucked. The debuff that
Bro.
makes you stupid.
Bro, Revenge got a returner's bounty on his main.
Oh, hell.
It's been that long.
Oh, I guess we're supposed to remember beforehand, huh?
I'm too stupid.
Over here and then into...
Ow!
Oh, that goes off first.
Now it's knockback.
Him or us?
Knockback! Oh.
Oh, you've overburdened the system.
No matter.
It served its purpose.
According to Master Calyx, it is not the body which provides life to a living being, but the soul. Furthermore, it is the memories etched upon that ephemeral giver of existence which encapsulate one's true self. Based upon these principles, he has proposed a methodology for preserving souls using electrope technology. As souls are composed entirely of aether, he asserts that storage via contemporary means should be eminently possible. Experiments conducted on criminal subjects and volunteers have, in fact, already proven successful in capturing the aether released at the moment of death. Mankind as we know it has taken a great leap forward. In English, Four Eyes?
Next, we visit a prison of sinister repute. I need not compel them to fight.
Prison cells. Someone was in prison here. So these were the guys they experimented on. Can you swear in bubble chat?
These are loyal executioners.
Yup.
What the? 4 bot? Oh. Wait,
I'm gonna take this one over here.
Cell block B. Head
Dude,
splitting roar.
the fucking cast bars on their heads. Yes, dude.
Shackles of Fate casting.
Criminals may
Oh.
Hell.
I don't want to leave your circle.
Dismemberment. Oh.
What this means?
Okay. Just go using that direction.
Not the personal responsibilities dungeon, man.
Personal responsibility. Wait, this is kind of lit.
This is kind
Yeah.
of cool. What the?
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Ow!
Burns.
Oh, they gave me one to interrupt.
Oh, you have to take out the fucking...
Not a tank buster. I just took 2 bolts. Oh, that wasn't bad. Okay,
I'm
that
dead.
hurt.
Oh, I'm dead.
What happens when you die?
What happens? Yeah,
Oh,
I was
it's,
gonna say, what
he's
happens
just
to your
fucking
guy?
vibing over there.
Let's find
He
out.
said, let us count your crimes, bro. Oh.
Oh, he's casting Shackles of Fate to get me back, dude.
Oh my god.
I wasn't paying attention. Head splitting roar. Roar.
Rawr.
Alright, my guy is dead. Can I go into your circle?
This is like fucking.
Hey, what's up? Now we're in yours.
I'll go help V.
You win this. You have a doom?
It hates me.
This one's dead.
Nice.
That was cool.
That's
I
pretty
like
fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
I bid you.
That was scary.
We have succeeded in transferring a soul stored within a specialized electrope device into a mechanical soldier, resulting in full control and function. No longer need we fear the erosion which lightning energies inflict upon flesh and blood bodies. Yet despite this crucial breakthrough, Master Calyx remains unsatisfied. He would divorce memory from soul, siphoning the soul's aether reserves, whilst granting eternal life to the individual's memories, unfettered to a soul. Memories cannot be stored, but also backed up as data. The Endless will be beings of pure information. His foreshortened lifespan was, perhaps, the very perspective needed to conceive of such a unique evolutionary path. What that means.
Who the fuck knows, bro?
He said, no, the soul isn't enough. We must separate the memories as well.
Memories from an age rife with death. The desperation will serve well.
Oh,
hey, we're back in.
Hello,
Oh.
Alexandria.
The enemy is at the gate.
Lindblom
Good
bastards.
soldiers, protect your kingdom.
This fucking bar
I
looks
need
like
more
the
tea
one
weapons.
from Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, we're already at the end? Jesus.
Very well. If one by one they fall, I'll send them all as one.
Memory incarnate.
The anguish you felt when you faced death. And rise. Rise to defend your nation, your people, and your loved ones.
Oh.
What the?
Dude, it's the Elden Ring final boss.
Bling, bling, bling.
Rise and meet the foe before you.
Flubba flubba wubba
What
ubba.
skeleton is this?
Oh, they use
Who is
this one for a lot of shit.
that's like Titan.
Titan. That's what I was thinking.
All right, let's get it. Hawk to it.
Hawk to it.
Hawk to what?
Let us see how it fares.
Memento.
Know what that means?
Oh,
R. What the fuck that means?
Probably.
oh,
What?
don't be overdose.
Countless lives are lost in the senseless.
That's a really convoluted way of telegraphing a fucking...
Yeah, right? I'll remember it in a second. Oh.
Save me.
Oh.
Oh, because there's a lot of people in that crowd. Oh. He's punching that side.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I forgot to get a phoenix down.
Over here? There's one person standing here instead of a group.
I am Groot.
Oh, that's what he is. He's hitting me with the fucking Fred Durst like hand shit. Every time he attacks.
The spark of life is dimmed with every blinding flash.
Oh. Is there an heritage round? Oh.
What the fuck?
The flipping shit.
How the fuck were we supposed to tell that, bro?
I think it was the direction they were running. So like back here.
I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Wait, I have something for this.
Phoenix down.
Oh, did you use the Phoenix down? I gotta put it on my bar.
The mortal remains is gathering energy. Oh!
Top that.
Okay.
Whoa!
Dude, they give you no time for that.
For real?
Kill this fucking boss.
Okay.
Badass. Oh.
Oh.
Beemore just got all of his fucking Frubis, bro.
Man.
True.
Sphene?
The Endless he sent against us. They were from the time of the storm surge, before I was placed into stasis.
As far as we know, the only sector to escape the shutdown was the one containing Calix's memories. Assuming a chronological system, every other memory stored in that sector would belong to people who lived around the same period in history as he did.
Calix, how long have you pursued this madness?
We seem to have exhausted his defenses for the moment. I say we take advantage of this lull to press on.
Calix!
Very observant, Lama T.
Commend your perseverance. The entirety of my memories are stored within this device. In the early stages of Endless Creation, we established several core tenets. One is a prohibition on memory duplication. Despite the inherent risks, I agree and abide by this. Memories are the essence of the self, and should not be diluted. We each have our goals. You seek to destroy your target. I seek to reclaim the key. Shall we forego the posturing and begin?
What could he possibly turn into?
Do not doubt that we are here to fight, and I do not mean to lose. Yet, as one born of the same era, I must ask, why do you pursue your evolution with such fervor? What do you hope to achieve with this eternal existence?
Your question is meaningless.
We could have just introduced him to the Aya, man.
Mankind's preservation, and that which must be done is that which I can do. What other reason do I require? Surely you have seen it. Traditional survival strategies are at odds with an increasingly complex society, leading to a breakdown of order. This course promises no liberation from pointless conflicts or inane tragedies. Physical traits do not represent the limit of our potential. Why then should we relinquish that potential when our hearts cease to beat? I realized it was past time that we corrected our heading. Nothing more.
Even then, you were always so single-minded. I too have a vision for the future, and your plan is not a part of it. I won't let you harm another Alexandrian.
Okay.
Then fight we must. Thankfully, the entity I now summon will make short work of you and your comrades.
Does he know?
A summoning.
I don't think he knows.
What now?
What the?
What was that? A chill? No, something else. I feel so cold.
End singer.
Weak.
I feel like it's gonna be like some kind of recreation of something.
Across Alexandria, a certain emotion is taking hold. The fear of death, terror for the eternal darkness that will, without fail, engulf the lives of every living thing. Allow me to introduce it to you.
Freddy Fazbear. Har, har, har.
4,999! That's how many people he said they were up to!
I made it just in time. Now to register.
Is he gonna turn all of the registered guys into a super endless?
Death can't touch me now. I'm free of all that crushing fear. Forever.
Congratulations to all who have acquired a Neo-Regulator. We have reached our total of 5,000 registered users. The day of deliverance you were promised will soon be upon us.
I'll give it back! I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
You think that's what I want?
Remember now. Remember your fear of dying.
Mr. Happy, get up.
Make of you an endless. Your prayers will birth a miracle which commands death itself.
What in the...
Dude, they made a primal. They're literally making a primal.
What's going on?
Calyx was like, I can do that.
Securing the requisite ether is simple. I need only reroute lightning energy from living memory.
I should have figured.
Then I encourage the populace to define its form through hope and thought and prayer. Such an abstract method, however, is rife with unpredictable elements. What I wanted was an entity that could defeat you with utmost certainty.
Boop.
To that end, I set strict parameters for a concept of
Bro
my
made
own
his
design.
OC primal.
It was a laborious task.
All right, let's see
required
it.
Almost more time than I had, but I managed it in the end. And now, everything is in readiness. I bid
Please be
you
a banger song.
come forth.
Scary.
What is that?
Awesome!
A primal summoning.
Yep.
One defined by a concept, no less. How did he learn such techniques?
It's fucking Hoopa.
That is a false deity, brought into being through the prayers of the desperate and the hopeful. The talismans will protect your minds from being enthralled.
Ba-da-da-da. Awesome. He looks sick.
Do you still mean to stand against me?
I mean, twin. The key will never be yours.
That remains to be seen.
Fucking sweet, man. Nice. The Ageless Necropolis, now accessible.
Necron.
Those who obstruct evolution
Mr. Happy in his hat, dude.
suffer the rotting fate of all flesh.
Oh god, I'm not used to playing Red Mage, dude.
It will betray you.
Fear of death. Ew. Gooey puddles.
We're looking in certain directions. Ew, that animation's so slimy.
Ugh.
Hold the grip. There's
Stand
bright
by the
side
wall just in
flashing.
case. Yup.
That's what it meant.
It's always a good idea to step into AoEs that go off.
Yo.
Oh, other side.
Memento Mori, dude, chills.
Wait, did my nail it? Holy shit!
Don't step in it.
Don't stand in that.
Oh, dude, that one boss from Shadowbringers.
Do you not see? Death.
Oh my god!
The
Oh!
fuck? Is this knockback? Oh, thank god.
Dude, you can cleave your party in the extreme.
Circle? He's doing a circle.
I'm gonna admit that. I don't know.
Look at the floor. Circle.
Diamond? Aether Blight.
Oh!
Oh!
I see.
Oh, whatever shape he did is centered around wherever he places that. So it's gonna be a filled in
Right?
circle.
Now is it out
Yeah.
from the hitbox?
Yeah, it's probably out from the hitbox.
Kill them.
Kill them.
Okay.
Okay.
It's probably gonna place those in a lot of places.
Grand
Grand
Cross.
Cross. Ah! What the?
What the fuck?
No, not this.
Oh, hell no.
Not this shit again, man!
Fuck, bruh.
No!
God, I don't want to know what this is like on EX yet. Oh, his laughing does not.
What?
What the fuck?
Oh, that's proximity damage.
Oh.
That's like fucking John Shadowbringer's. I forget his name. The fat and then
Innocence?
sexy guy. Yeah.
You get that guy?
Probably should have used some.
Wait,
hits,
I
honestly.
can get that guy. Phoenix
someone get that guy.
down. Why can't I use it?
I don't think you can
I
use
think
it.
it's on
next-
yourself.
Oh, it's only
Oh,
4
I see
mans.
hands.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
Fuck.
you.
Hey, don't look at me. Man, they just fucking hate me, I guess. What did I do?
Probably had your tank stance on.
Greatest sin a life can commit.
That's excessive.
The soup.
The endless
Guys.
Oh, there's nothing to hit.
Soup.
Okay. Bye.
Kind of glad he was untargetable.
What the-
I didn't lose my 2 minutes.
Solo instance.
Doom?
Wait, I have a doom.
Better hurry up.
Oh, my shit's
Better know
dead.
how to do your rotation.
I'm flying away. Where
I'm
am I
out.
going?
I'm out.
Where are you taking me?
Oh my god, there's multiple platforms.
Jumping
Parkouring?
puzzle.
I see the light.
Oh my god, wait. You have to kill it within a certain amount of time
just
so
went to
you
heaven,
can
I
get
died.
out.
The rapture mechanic is crazy.
Holy shit, that was awesome.
Oh, dude, the asteroid brink is. Oh no.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
3, 2,
No, I'm not.
1.
No!
Dark.
Rest in peace.
Still alive. But there are ways to change that.
Front surf?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand in the front. Big ass hands.
Those who do not resist death deserve it.
Out.
The app hitbox.
Out, in.
Out, in.
Out, in,
Or
out.
does-
Out, in, out, in.
Oh, okay. It's marking the order. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, what is it?
I am prepared for you.
Okay.
Oh.
Shrug.
In.
Oh, in. Oh my god, we have to remember. No, bro.
In, out, right?
If it keeps the same order, yeah. Then out. Then in. Then out. Oh, that's gonna be so fucked at extreme. Oh,
Dude,
boy.
they can't make me remember shit, bro. It's cooked. Mass macabre. Oh.
Fuck.
Oh.
That's a bunch of freaking arbs.
Oh.
There.
I like how he knows our thing is defeating primals, and he's like, I know what'll defeat them.
That dragon looks so small in comparison to Niagara.
I can hear Mr. Happy now. No, I wanted to see the rest of the fight.
That is the fight.
I wonder if I open up a stream if he'll be saying that.
Team too much damage, 2 AFP.
Is it over?
Now, the memory bank.
You know, that was a pretty stupid move from Calyx, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that was probably calculated, but I don't know, we'll see.
It's shielded.
I invited you to destroy it. I did not say I would let you.
What?
It is clear your strength cannot be gauged by ordinary means, but I anticipated as much.
What the?
What did you do to it?
The ignorance is almost laughable. You do not understand that you yourselves are to blame. You brought death to my creation. What do you suppose happens when a being manifested by the fear of dying experiences that terror firsthand? It grows stronger.
Is that how that works?
again. That same weakness.
Me when I don't have enough sleep.
Will rise again and again. The battle which infuses this entire world has been drained to its last spark. You fight a losing battle.
God damn you.
Harnessed in this manner, does it not
Oops.
You will not prevail against this foe. I, meanwhile, will continue my crusade against mortality. So long as our memories endure, we may live on. That is the promise I offer.
So long as our memories endure. This is wrong, Calyx. You twist the meaning of those words. They are not meant to teach the living that physical death is nothing to fear. They are meant to offer comfort to those we leave behind. I know that litany all too well. I heard it time and time again over the course of the war. Help me, Shale. I must speak to Alexandria. Make my voice heard.
We're gonna spirit bomb this bitch? Oh, hell.
Nahe, don't you recognize me? Nahe!
What's happening? What's wrong with them? What will become of us?
Fellow Alexandrians, please, heed my words.
Listening.
Now, another broadcast? I know that voice.
Death can be frightening and terrible. I understand the desire to forget, to seek eternal life and be freed from fear. Yet, we live in this world in the here and now, the bearers of memories varied and rich. Our worries can weigh heavy, and there may be nights when the darkness feels like more than we can bear. But if we can endure those dark hours, the world will always brighten come the dawn. And in the chill of that new morning, will the memories of loved ones be there to warm us and carry us forward? So do not forget their passing. Let them be our courage. Fear not a life well lived. For one day, the memories we leave behind will be the warmth another needs when their morning finds them.
No, my loyal subjects.
What is this reaction?
You've just been power of hoped.
An irregular factor in the equation. Eliminate her.
No, that's not the Eliminator. That's Necron. Damn! Grrrah. My fucking iPad.
Duplicated, but they can be transferred.
Damn. Gang shit. Yes, dude.
Leave the primal to us. Hurry and take care of that memory bank.
Primal fucking red.
Protect them together.
Damn. Awesome. Holy cinema. Ooh. Ooh. The melee combo.
The others.
Oh, you know what fucking time it is. Literally, Warrior of Light shaped hole. Ooh, I'm about to dive in. Yeah. That was fucking awesome. Oh my god. I thought the Halo OST just started playing. Did anybody else hear that?
You're badly hurt. You'd be lucky if you only...
Dude.
Won't be long until your fever rises. We need to see you back to Tuliolo and into the care of a chirurgeon.
I just had like war flashbacks to New Mombasa, man. Holy shit.
Patty.
Aww. Holy awesome. Oh, she okay? Just need kitty nap. What's this Bobby doing here? She has yet to regain consciousness, but worry not, Lamity will be fine. I've been in touch with Valcoina, and he has made arrangements to convey her home, by which he means to come and fetch Lamity himself, apparently. Given the extent of her injuries and exertions, she'll likely spend many days abed. Oh, Glumat. Yeah, she's fine. There's no way she's dead. Absolutely no way. Just can't help yourself, can you? Like a certain someone that said, we couldn't have done it without you. And once she had that barrier down, you saw to it that Calix's stored memories were destroyed along with the memory bank. Which means preservation is no more, I pray. No longer will Calix dictate the course of our people. No longer will our grief be locked away or forgotten. The freedom to feel joy and sadness, to feel all we were meant to experience, is in the hands of the Alexandrians once more. I can never thank you enough. When we are rested and ready, we shall have to conduct a thorough investigation into how Calix came to know that summoning ritual. Aye, for where there are primals, the Asians are ne'er far. Oh god, he said the A word. And we must consider that those who offered up prayers during the summoning may very well have fallen under the entity's sway. I shall wait here with our patient until Valcoina arrives. Feel free to go on ahead and attend to Alexandria's needs in the meantime. Yes, we should get going. I'll contact Shale en route and ask for an update on the situation in the city. Shall we make for the outskirts then? We can check on things there before heading into Everkeep. Nuccio, everyone has been teaching me what it means to be enthralled by a primal. The outskirts seem untouchable by trouble, as far as I can tell, but what if something awful has happened? Deep breaths, Fiend. Aaronville and Shale have brought me up to speed. First off, just as we'd feared, those who adopted the Neo-Regulators appear to have been enthralled. So far, however, they've not shown any hostility towards others. I suspect this was due to the calming effect of your broadcast. Government administrators are presently working with the rest of the citizenry to bring the afflicted into the care of the authorities. And I'm happy to report that this seems to be proceeding in a largely peaceful manner, which is all well and good, but the city officials are understandably requesting an explanation of the events. Raha, Kryal, would you be able to handle that? Certainly. We shall return to aid with treatments efforts forthwith. Meanwhile, might I suggest you look in on the people you fought so very hard to save. It may ease your mind to see the fruits of your efforts firsthand. Thank you again. How fortunate we are to have you as our allies. Blades in waiting? What? Mayhap I will take you up on your suggestion, only I am concerned that, given who I am, approaching those unaware of my return may only serve to confuse them further. Then why not speak with Mahoswa? She works in the field at Yuyupi's Halo not far from here. As one of those who came to see you off before our clash with Calix, she will surely be glad to know you're safe and sound. What an excellent idea. I think I shall do just that. Thank you, Cryo. Yeah, so now with that threat kind of handled and like we're handling the aftermath, the rest of this expansion is going to be set up for the next expansion. You guys fucking ready? I think Raha gave us a little bit of a teaser. Calix got a tip about how primals work, probably from an Asian. And yeah, me when Shadowbringers too. Look who it is. Glad to see you again. Hail and healthy. I'm sorry we did not get to you sooner. How is everyone? Well, nothing terrible befell us as such. The Neo-Regulator crowd did all start acting strange at the same time, though. Pep-Boyne was one of them. I'm told the authorities are tending to him at a medical facility. You needn't worry. With the proper treatment, we'll soon have everyone back to their normal selves. Sure, I'm glad to hear that. I'd like to not lose any more friends, if it can be helped. I also hear that Queen's Fiend, who tried enticing us to become endless, turned out to be an imposter. What kind of a heartless villain preys on people's insecurities like that? Yet, despite the danger to yourselves, you and yours made sure to put a stop to it, if I understand things correctly. Then we owe you a great debt of gratitude. It's up to us now to make the most of what you've given us. We're alive because of you, and while we live and breathe, our future is ours to decide. Your broadcast was a message of hope, for me, for everyone. So we're going with the fact that Calix was actually erased there? I mean, yeah, he was just memories, as far as we're aware. And it looked like he was trying to upload himself elsewhere. I don't know if it finished. It's possible that it did. It's also possible that he made a backup of himself somewhere, so it's not entirely out of the situation that he's gone. For now, we can assume he is, but he might be back. Now I really should be going. We still have to keep things running without Pep-Boyne and the others, and the outskirts need all the spare hands they can get. Is there anything I might be able to do to heal the enthralled? Quite a lot, in fact. I could very much use a mage of your ability. Actually, this would be a good opportunity to round up the other arcane practitioners and teach everyone how to use the Porxies. The knowledge will come in handy when treating Levin sickness as well. Wonderful! I shall petition Gossin to spread the word. Our outskirts tour is cancelled, would seem. By the way, Nuccio, Alphino told me that Koana arrived to escort Lamity back to Tuliolal. Alphino himself will be returning to Alexandria momentarily, so between the two of us, I think we could sort out the treatment arrangements. Given all that, I had in mind to ask you a different favor. Would you mind looking in on Gulul Jah? According to Shale, he's been running around the kingdom determined to personally solve every problem. Last you heard, he was pitching in over at the Drift Downs with Aaronville. If you ask Tapu, I believe her name was, she should be able to point you in their general direction. Ah, I know that voice, and I'm happy I am to hear it. We all prayed fervently for your safe return. Looking for Gulal Jah, are you? He was here, asking if we needed help with anything, or if we had noticed anyone who had been acting strangely. He sounded exhausted, so I told him we were fine for the moment and insisted he take a rest. I can only hope that he will heed my advice. I believe he ran off towards the ruins of old Alexandria. He always did seem to like it there. Oh, baby went back home. He probably misses Otis. Let's put Geode inside Otis's frame. Oh, here he is.
Oh, welcome back.
It's been a trial, hasn't it?
We heard from Kona. He said that Lamachi is in no immediate danger and
It was literally a trial, so yeah. I guess.
Vow of resolve indeed. Resolved to be as reckless as ever. She might spare a thought for us helpless spectators from time to time.
You and Lamachi and all the others fought so bravely for Alexandria. And what did I do? I was useless, even with the king's authority. If I were strong, more people might still be alive. But I'm weak. So weak.
Those who know weakness first often become the strongest.
That's right. And you have your whole life ahead of you. We all start somewhere.
Actually, there's something I'd like you to see. My father and Otis' swords. I asked Lamachi to bring them here.
Otis.
I've decided to train under a Landsguard soldier and become a swordsman.
Wait, awesome.
That's a big commitment.
I'm still not sure if I want to be the King of Resolve, but I want to be strong enough to protect the people I love.
Give the baby a sword.
So I'll train as hard as I can, and then I'll come back here when I'm ready to take up these blades. That's the path I've decided on.
Good for you, Gululja. I look forward to seeing your progress.
Wait, they should let me train him. Let me do it.
When I'm bigger and stronger, you'll spar with me, won't you?
Thank you both for listening. I'll take one step at a time and stick with what I know for now. Like cooking the meals that Otis taught me and keeping everyone's bellies full. How does that sound? Oh, that sounds great. Sounds like a fine idea. Everyone's been working hard, so I'm sure a good meal would be much appreciated. I think we've passed a milestone here. What about the back room? If you haven't already, I'd expect Shale and the others would appreciate you stopping by to say hello. Let's go. The blades. It's so sweet. Hello, Shale. Inuccio. Oh, thank the stars you're safe. I heard the reports, of course, but there's no substitute for actually seeing it. Welcome back. We have so much to thank you for. The promise of tomorrow, baby. Shale is visibly relieved at your safe return. Now that everyone's back, I say we pause a moment to savor what... Oh, oops. We've been through much in these past days, haven't we? That's an understatement. We've seen the end of years-long struggle from Oblivion and myself. Kafka and Geode would be happy for us. Oddly enough, fulfilling our purpose has somehow left me with even more work to do. The government has tasked me with conducting a more complete survey of the containment complex. Ah, the preservation facility. That lab where they studied the keys certainly demands further investigation. I can understand how those experiments may have led to the discovery of reflections, yet they fail to explain Calix's knowledge of primal summoning. I fear that he and his hunger for interdimensional travel were only one facet of a greater puzzle, and there's still someone or something out there that may pose a threat to us. In any case, I think it prudent we secure ourselves a spot in Shale's next expedition to the 10th level. Right, I have a meeting with the city's officials to attend. It would be cruel to leave Raha to answer their barrage of questions alone. I should return to my work as well. My first job will be to analyze the data we pulled from the containment complex 1029 and locate other facilities of interest. I can only hope the information we uncover will serve Alexandria and the future we want to build. Whatever we end up finding, however, it's like to take some weeks to put the city back to rights. All these ambitious plans aside, I think you've earned a rest, don't you? Our break room is yours to bunk in for as long as you like. Say the word and I'll help you settle in. Ready for a cot and a fluffy pillow? It will likely be some time before the city returns to normal. You may choose to remain in the back room and watch over the proceedings. Time to dig in my butt. Several weeks later. Time skip!
What an absurdly long report. Even working together, it took us an age to finish.
Well, to be fair, it was a rather absurd series of events. The mystery behind Grandfather's letter took us further than we could have ever imagined.
Truly. It feels like a lifetime ago that it all began.
Right then, one last bit of proofreading. Where was I? Ah, yes. The chaos which had gripped the kingdom of Alexandria was slowly but surely giving way to order once more. The thorough investigation conducted by Oblivion was one of the primary factors contributing to this recovery. Its members uncovered multiple preservation research facilities, allowing for a comprehensive study of regulator design and function. Thus have we come to understand that memories pertaining to the deceased were not erased from the minds of the living, but in truth, merely locked away.
Oh.
Permanent gaps in one's memory were to be avoided, as inconsistencies would arise during endless conversion and cause instability.
True.
When the time came, restoring these buried memories would be a simple matter of transmitting a signal from the Meso terminal.
Oh. They just had a give everyone their memories back button. Well, not give, but unobfuscate.
For a memory restoration initiative, open to willing participants. This reignited the discussion surrounding mortality, as people continued to debate how best to face the inevitability of death. No matter the answer at which they arrive, it is certain to herald a major shift in the nation's philosophy.
Oh yeah, just like real life.
Yes, that matches my understanding of events. Excellent work, Raha.
Snack time for Kitty.
I'm glad it serves. Shall we make our way over then?
Ahead of the memory restoration, officials requested the assistance of those familiar with the processes involved. So it was that our party and Sveen, who had eagerly volunteered, accepted the task of escorting the city's representative to living memory.
Before you go, we just wanted to say that we haven't made this decision lightly. No matter how frightening or painful they may be, we need to face our memories. Not only to honor those who are gone, but to make whole those who are still here. So no second thoughts. We'll be waiting.
If anything tries to harm you, you knock it flat. Come back safely, our Sveen from another time.
Yes, be safe. We'll see you
so sweet of you, but you needn't worry. I'm in very good company.
And my outfit will be available soon on Mog Station.
Thank you all for your well wishes.
Unfortunately, it will not be dyeable, and it will be $30. Also, it will all be one piece. But the hood will be an additional $8, and it won't look good with anything else because it doesn't clip properly.
The people in the surrounding region have since reclaimed their normal lives. The Taral, which Galul Jar Jar united, is nothing if not resilient. The winds of change are fickle. A sudden gust, often the bearer of challenging trials. But so too do they spur us onward, keeping our feet ever moving along life's path.
Sheriff? What the silly music?
You'll soon be on your way to Yaktel then.
Yes, we've just come from making arrangements with the dirigible master. Preparations for the flight are still underway, so I'm doing a little sightseeing.
Slice of life ad music.
My gratitude to the Landsguard for providing us with the permits we need to visit the Skydeep Cenotaph.
Cenotaph.
Of course. We'd hardly refuse a direct request from the vow of reason. Our vigilant comrades at the gate will see you safely through.
Wooklamart isn't here, of course. She is still convalescing, I take it.
Indeed. She's presently confined to bed and permitted no visitors. Weakened as she is, we cannot be too careful. I can scarcely sleep at night for the worry.
Oh my. Please, forgive me. I hadn't realized her condition was so serious. I pray she makes a full recovery soon.
Mablu?
Greetings. What a rare pleasure this is.
I fucking love Mablu.
Is something wrong? Your friend looks like she had some bad news.
She wanted to visit the vow of resolve. And there's a little reason she couldn't have.
Is there something you wish to say?
I see, I see. I'm glad there's nothing terrible afoot.
I think
And yet, where there's a need...
there's profit.
Sorry, I just remembered a pressing errand. Let's talk again.
Anyways, I think Kona should take off his jacket and show his big biceps. Who said that?
The Alexandrians, I understand, have teachings similar to that of the Yokui. Our flesh may wither and die, but so long as we are remembered, we are never truly gone. My father's last words. I've long considered their meaning. The living can find strength in the memories of those we've lost. They can help us rise to meet our trials in the present. That was certainly true of myself. So I have faith that the people of Alexandria too will be stronger for their grief.
It may be as you say. If we did not remember our lost siblings, we would not be where we are now, or be who we've become. We all have memories like that, I bet.
Oh boy, here we go. I was expecting the Ascian music, and then to see an Ascian floating above the Mesa terminal. I'm not gonna lie.
I can only agree, especially after our first visit felt so fraught with danger.
It's the curse of experience, my friends. Before we know it, the extraordinary becomes everyday. Life is an accumulation of such things, both the happy times and the sad.
Right. Let's go over Shale's instructions on performing the memory restoration. The first step is to reactivate all the terminals at the same time. This will supply the ether necessary to operate the equipment, without creating any new Endless, of course.
Oh, okay, good.
Once things are up and running, we use the Meso terminal to transmit the signal and unlock the sealed memories. There are 5 terminals in total. Might you lend us a hand with one, Sphene?
Yes, I can do that. Not to butt in, but would you mind letting me take it?
Oh, hey, welcome back.
Lamichi!
Should you be up and about?
I'm fine. My worry wart of a brother exaggerates. Mablu came by to fill me in on your plans. After that, I couldn't stand being cooped up a moment longer, so she helped me sneak out of the palace.
I'm so glad to see you're well.
Besties.
Sorry Kona made you think I was at death's door. I was keeping up with reports and know what's been happening in Alexandria. I made the decision to erase the Endless, and bore witness to their final moments. And though it's only a tiny fragment, their hopes live on in me. I feel responsible for making sure that they're remembered, that their legacy is passed on. So please, let me help with sending the signal.
You've made a convincing case, but do take it slowly. The way is not without its perils.
I'll be careful. Thanks.
Very well then. I leave these tasks in your capable hands.
All right, everyone. Begin.
System on. This is how I turn on my computers every morning. Beow. What? Dude, it sounds just like the fucking ODST song. I really hope the place becomes pretty again. Wait. It's showing all the areas. Yes. Please. Yay, it's back. Awesome.
Was the sight we saw no more than a trick of the light?
Oh, Cryo.
Or was it a gift? The terminal's parting miracle? those days are gone. We chose to move forward. We hold fast to our memories of sorrow and of grief. That we might live full in the present ere the time
Did you guys
of
notice
departure comes.
that each one of the people who turned on one of the terminals got to go to the terminal that was about their own development? Kryle got to turn off the one on the island where we got to see her parents and learn about the Milalas, and Aaronville got to go to the one where he deactivated his mother, and
Let's go home.
Raha got to go to the one where we had that really heartfelt talk. Oh yeah. That nice little full circle moment, just like really neatly like tied that bow and just tied up Dawn Trail so good just now. Ooh, that was good. Oh, it looks fucking beautiful, man. Activating sleeper agents. Storm the cap. I can't say that. Oh, everybody just got their memories back, dude.
Mother, you protected me.
Oh.
I remember now.
In soft golden light, the memories of the lost returned. There to be clutched tight by loved ones, never again to be surrendered.
I am humbled by all you have done in service to our nation. On behalf of its people, I offer our most heartfelt gratitude.
We were only too happy to help. There are still problems left to solve, of course, but you've taken an important step forward.
We have. It's as if we were frozen in time, but now the ice has begun to thaw. Alexandria will thrive again. Mark my words.
What will you do now, Sven?
Ah, yes. Well, that will depend on Gossen. With your permission, I wish to continue living in Alexandria. Those dear to me laid down their lives for this nation in bygone days, and I fought alongside new comrades to defend it. I would continue serving it if you'd let me. So please, accept me as one of your citizens.
I told you, chat, they're gonna zero her. After this patch, we fucking never see her again. Oh, thank you, Gossen. You saved it. She has to go with us. Say it. She has to go.
I see. I suppose my presence would cause too much confusion.
Now hold on a moment. You have to reconsider. I'll vouch for her myself.
Oh dear, do forgive me. I've caused a misunderstanding. What I meant to say is, it will not do for you to be an ordinary citizen.
Oh, even worse.
People have been most insistent that you take your rightful place as queen.
I told you.
As queen?
When despair held us in its thrall, it was your voice, your words, which led us to salvation. We would not ask that you perform the same duties as our previous ruler. The structure of
She can't join her unemployed friends, man. She's gotta go to she's gotta go to work.
If that is acceptable, we implore you. Please live
Dude,
among us.
2 expansion. How? Actually?
The Alexandrian monarchs of old cared for us and fought for us, and you stand proud among them.
Another expansion where they introduce an awesome ass character, build up their characters so much, and then they just go, and they're staying here, and you'll never go back. Goodbye.
Thrones to fill now. What one ruler might struggle with, the 2 of you can accomplish together. Guloja's still young though, so don't expect too much of him just yet.
It took a while for Estinian to come back around, like, for reals. So, you know, not gone forever, but gone for now at least. Probably. You already know what to do.
Yes. Yes, you're right. For centuries, my other self bore this tiara, and with it the hopes and dreams of Alexandrians.
Hopes and dreams?
I will not let them go unanswered. I will heed the wishes of the people. With peace and prosperity for Alexandria as my foremost
Oh,
purpose,
my song's on, baby.
I accept the role of Queen of Reason.
It's not an easy road.
It's so loud.
Side by side. That way, neither of us gets lost.
Whenever I hear this song, I think of that one scene in the Lorax when they're all dancing.
Thank you. Thank you all so much.
Thank you for your kind encouragement, Anuccio. Uglaman is right. Ours will not be an easy road. But with your words to lend me strength, I shall take it one step at a time. And Tuliyola will be there to support you. Speaking of which, I should be getting back to the palace. I'll make my next visit an official one. No sneaking out under Koana's nose like this time. The vows of resolve and reason will both come, and we can discuss our futures together. I look forward to it. Shall we begin the journey home then? I expect some confusion among the citizens with restored memories. Now I'd be present to offer them aid. Well, I believe this marks the end of my role as a guide. I was intending to accompany Wuklamat back to Tuliolal. But what are your plans, Anuccio? Didn't you have other matters yet to attend to in Alexandria? No, you need to stop by the palace first. Koan has been wanting to thank you properly, but with everything going on, he hasn't had the chance. Please come back with us or I'll never hear the end of it. Okay. It's good to be home. Thanks for coming along. I just got here too. The Landsguard said my training would begin right away. So I'll be staying in Tuliolal for a while. We believe in you, Guloja. And whenever you need advice, your aunt is happy to give it. Yippee! He did the yippee. Oh dear, our vow of reason is out of sorts. Can you blame me? Why would he? You're supposed to be convalescing in bed. So, you would study the way of the blade, Guloja. Is that not allowed? I will permit your training on one condition. You only practice swordplay in the presence of a grown-up. Yes, Koana, I promise. It won't be long before you're good enough to train without a minder. You take too much after your sire and grandsire for that. Wait, so if you're back here, does that mean everyone already got their memories back? Not everyone. Blah, 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 blah. So that was that. My days of meddling in Alexandrian affairs are over. It all turned out for the best. The former queen really did love her people, and it's so wonderful that her love lives on in Sphene. It truly is. With that love as the foundation of her rule, the new queen will be a font of hope for Alexandria. There's no better way for a life and legacy to forever endure. You'll be heading back there, won't you? To Alexandria? I won't pretend that I fully understand the workings of the key or the reflections, and I know that I couldn't have stopped Calyx without you, nor fulfilled my promise to the Endless Fiend. Thank you, Anuccio, from the bottom of my heart. Be sure to come visit us again in Tuliolal. You'll always be welcome here. Wow, they're really tying the bow on all these characters, man. It's time I moved off myself. Yep. Once I've made the necessary preparations and arrangements, I will embark on an extended journey. Well, I expect my days will be filled with administrative duties, much as they already are. I'm hoping to compile a comprehensive story of Tuliolal, however. Dude, I think we're actually getting back on with the Scions here. I think some big shit's about to happen, and the to be continued. The tale of our beautiful and resilient nation should be preserved for the future, with each successive generation adding their own chapter to the saga. I think I've learned to be happy with who I am, Anuccio, even when I make mistakes and cry and look silly. And it's all because of these amazing things I've seen with you. They remind me of there's always tomorrow. Becoming the King of Resolve is not something I need to think about until I'm older, but my father's authority did pass it to me. So until that day comes, I'll study and train and do the best I can. You've really come far, Guloja, and you'll keep on doing us proud, I'm sure of it. I guess I have to go, or you have to go now. So be safe and enjoy your travels. We'll miss you. Send our best to Sphene and the others. Wow, yeah, that's actually just like the end of this group, it looks like. Wow, really? Dude, that was actually like Goodbye Dawn Trail right there. Huh. I guess I kind of expected as something a little larger than that. An unvoiced cutscene to send off characters like that. I don't know. I guess we'll probably see them again. We're about to get an Ascian in a cutscene or something about Mirror City, I'm telling you right now. Nuccio, you're here. We were just discussing what it is to be done after the coronation ceremony. Our heretofore isolated kingdom must join its peers on the world stage. The fact that Alexandria is or was a nation of the ninth will be the cause of some consternation. It may smooth introductions with the science to provide an explanation for its arrival in the source. Rest assured, Sphene, Aetherius' leaders are well accustomed to hearing Alphino report on fantastical events. Once again, I am in your debt. I dread to imagine what might have come to pass if you had never come to our aid. Ah, I had it on the news. Those who participated in the memory restoration have expressed their desire to hold a funerary service. Rather than suppress their grief, they would embrace it, creating in their hearts a place for gentle remembrance. We have yet to hammer out the details, but I was thinking we might host this service on the highest level of Everkeep. Ever since my time, we have believed that the departed continue their journey beyond the clouds. Seems very fitting for Alexandria. Yes, I hope that from such a place our prayers might be heard. I wish for our loved ones to soar forever joyful and free in that heavenly expanse. After so long distancing themselves from the realities of death, the Alexandrians are to be commended for their courage. Yes, 'tis a tremendously brave thing they're doing. Perhaps our hearts can never capture a memory as perfectly as data in a file. What precious recollections we do keep and will guide and sustain us as we fulfill the promise of tomorrow. The promise of tomorrow! You've busy days ahead of you, Your Majesty. Oblivion stands ready to pitch in as needed. Oh, and what of my investigations, Shale? I hope you've left some time in your schedule for me. Do you recall my first tour of the city after I woke? It was also strange and frightening, but I've only grown more at home ever since. That I now feel a part of this new Alexandria is in large part thanks to your patient guidance. And so here I will remain. Should you ever need any of my aid with anything at all, pray do not hesitate to ask. Some few of us will stay here a while. As it happens, we've made several interesting breakthroughs and have no shortage of mysteries into which we will delve. Then, be welcome as honored guests for as long as you like. You are, and always will be, my cherished comrades. True. Go, my true. The promise of tomorrow. Alright, where's my meanwhile? And meanwhile. Yep, I knew it. That upload was like right there. Oh, he hates us now. He's sweating.
This is absurd. I have neither heart nor lungs. I was overconfident. Prudent course would have been to wait until I'd calculated an insurmountable advantage. A rash decision. One perhaps influenced by the others and their developments. But no matter. Learn from this setback and next time... Next time? How much time and effort did I pour into this master plan? I had it. I had it. At long last, I was to open a new path. Those imbeciles and their damnable heroics.
Yep. Yep. Oh my god. That's an Ascian.
Detected the stench of failure already, have you? The sense of smell. Yes, I will give my report, as is protocol.
And tell me this Ascian is voiced by Ben Starr, please, God.
Be sure our winter peers are apprised of the details.
That grunt sounded like him. Oh my god, that's so evil. If none shall know eternity, what waits for those who hold the key? Ooh. Oh, that's evil. Oh my god. Okay. They got him to voice a random NPC as a red herring for when he shows up in the credits as additional voices. Ooh, that's actually so smart, dude. Holy shit. That's actually so fucked. Wow. That was, I'm not gonna lie, not the coolest patch ever in terms of 0.3 patches, but it was good. I liked it. Historically, 0.3 patches have always been fucking nuts. That was still pretty good. I wish we had a little bit better of a send-off to our Dawn Trail homies, but that was cool, and I really like that reveal at the end.